I got another video for y'all. This Love for the Ages, season 1, episode 3. Let's get into it. So, Rachel can sing. Rachel can sing too. I knew she was a steal the drug. Look at you, nigga. You went from 3 for 6 to 5 for 6, counting Rachel out, to now she your favorite. See, these niggas be lying. No, fuck you. The host, I forget her name. Her name like Ariana or something. Like I said, I only remember her from the Cheetah Girls. And wasn't she on that one show called like The Talk or something? It had one of the Tia or Tamira twins, and then like fucking Whoopi Goldberg on there. It was an interesting. It's very random casting, but I mean like I never watched it. I'm familiar with it. I didn't watch it though, but because I keep calling her the host, but she's important too, you know, but just don't know her name. She goes to the guy's house and she asks like about, has there been any drama or anything like that? And you know, they're just like, yeah, it was some drama. And then Valentina was like, oh yeah, I admit I've been a part of some drama, but you know, Richard was like, oh, it's over now, like it's over now. And she's like, yeah, people are always gonna be jealous and envious. Como? Because I'm not gonna lie, bitch would have said that, we would have went right back up. Like if I'm Gabby, bitch, don't talk about oh yeah, people are gonna be jealous and envious. Like, well, I was cool in Sway, but if it's that, I guess it's fuck you then. Like we back on that. So that is what it is. Gabby, so what happened, the premise of this episode is giving date opportunities and to the people who are coming in, or the people who, I don't want to say the people who haven't had a date, but low key the people who haven't had a date. But what majority of the people were doing, because some of them who didn't have a date really don't have a connection with anybody, so they were just giving their card to other people. You know what I'm saying? But the married men and the married women had really no control. I mean, they could say no to the date, of course, but you know what I mean? Like it was really in other people's hands, or the single people hands. So Gabby asked Valentina for permission. She's like, can I ask your man out on a date? I said, your man? I was lost. Everybody was like, yeah, period. Like, oh, that's mature. And like, oh, they talked about it, whatever. I'm like, your man? If she's his man, shouldn't her man say, I don't want to go on a date with you, Gabby? Shouldn't she be turning it down if she's his man? And if he's his man, why do I want him if he's hers? Like, I was so lost by that part. She's like, yeah, like, I just want to make sure, like, it's okay and be respectful. I'm like, she doesn't own him. The fuck, what are we doing? But cool, whatever. Mark asked Maria on his date, and she was like, oh, like, I'm already going out on a date, which she was, but I'm just like, this nigga Mark, I don't want to say Mark's grasping at straws, but like, Mark was really the first nigga to give his little date card away, and I appreciate that nigga for that, because it's just like, at this point, nigga, you really don't have a connection with anybody, and like, anybody who you going to already has some sort of connection or some sort of attraction to niggas who been in here. So at this point, like, it's really a shot in the dark. That's the same with the other white nigga, the surfer looking white nigga, or the really artistic white looking nigga. Like, yeah, nobody has a connection with that nigga, and he really wasn't vibing with nobody. So he just on the type time of like, hey, like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all figure that out. But I'm out. I feel bad for Mark, but he's such a trooper, and the nigga's taking it like such a G. So you gotta applaud niggas like Mark, who can go 0 for, niggas can go 0 for 10 and still take the next shot that they see. It's always admirable. So in the kitchen, I actually think it was those two guys. I think it was Mark and it was the white nigga or whatever. And they just randomly asked Maloxy if, you know, either her or Richard had cheated. And then she started getting into her story about how she said, Richard, where are you? And that nigga Richard was like, oh, I'm at the office, knowing good and well that nigga wasn't there. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Richard, that nigga Richard was nowhere to be found. And then the girl the woman who Richard was cheating with, her husband called Maloxy, and Because didn't call her. She was like, she got a DM. But after that, I just started dying laughing because I was like, not her coming to you as a woman. But then she said it was the woman who Richard was cheating with. It was her husband who got in contact and was like, yeah, like that's him type. But sorry, I got a text and I don't have nobody's number saved, so I don't be knowing who's who. Anyway though, yeah, so that happened, which like it was fucked. And she got into it and she was like she can never forgive. She didn't say she can never forgive, but like she went to therapy for it and she was like, yeah, like I decided after therapy, like I wanted to give him another chance, but this experience is to see if he would do it again or not. But I'm just like, that's the thing though. Like you can't, in my personal opinion, if you're going to go back, and I'm not going to say what you guys think I'm going to say. You probably think I'm going to say, oh, like, oh, shut up if you're going to go back, which is like usually my go-to, but like, that's usually my go-to, but like not specifically in this situation because she went to therapy for it. But my thing is like, if you did the therapy sessions and you still feel like it's not enough to trust him, then it may just be something that you can never get over. This is like when we watched the show Cheat on here, and I was saying that about like, it was like one of the couples on there where she was just bringing up the fact like anything that he would do, like any of his efforts to spend more time with her, get to know her, just have conversation, chill, be on whatever type time. She kept bringing up the fact that like, oh, like when they would argue, she's like, oh, you cheated. It's like, that's in order for you to get back with somebody who cheated. And I'm not advising you to do this. Y'all know how I feel. Once you cheat, you're done. But if y'all are the type that goes back, you have to clean the slate. It can't be, you're always going to be thinking about it. You have to completely put it behind you. And your mind has to be to the point, and it's fucked up, but your mind has to be to the point where you trust them enough to where you can say that they won't do it again. Because you'll never be 1,000% certain that this person will never cheat again. That just will never happen. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be in the back of your mind. So if you went through the therapy sessions and you took that time out and that time away to just, you know what I'm saying, do whatever, and you still can't get past it, you might just not be able to get past it. But anyway, everybody had their little dates. I wasn't watching that shit. I don't remember what their dates were. The only important thing that is worth bringing up is Maloxy and Christian's date. Christian kissed her. So, okay, like that's it. That's all. Anyway, though, that's the end of this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, church, guys. Fuck it about.